Wikipedia is something many of you may have heard of, but a lot of people out there still haven't heard of it. Wikipedia, simply put, is a huge encyclopedia available for free on the internet. Think of it sort of like an Encyclopedia Britannica, but online. The big advantage here is that it can be updated constantly. You can find articles on pretty much every subject, but there is a catch, as always. Anyone can change it, anyone can edit it, anyone can alter it, and that leads to some problems. Elias Makos is our technology columnist. He joins us. First off, let's start with the goal here. What's the point behind Wikipedia?
Well, I think the goal behind Wikipedia is very similar to a lot of the most popular things on the internet nowadays. If you look at YouTube, if you look at Facebook, it's a social environment. It's a way for people to interact. And I think Wikipedia is the encyclopedia version of that philosophy, where anyone can go onto the internet and create an entry on a subject and expand the knowledge, let's say.
So break it down for me. How does it operate exactly?
Well, the way Wikipedia works is that anyone can go onto that website and create, edit, change an entry already on that website. I mean, it is a vast, huge online library. There's already 1.9 million articles, and that's just in English. There's around 8 million in all languages on Wikipedia, and the topics range from everything. If you're someone who's interested in the history of CFCF, you can go on there and see the primetime lineup from 1961. That's the kind of knowledge that's available
so
on
anyone
Wikipedia.
Can put an article up there if they want?
Yes.
About anything, really?
About anything. And, you know, interesting thing about Wikipedia is when people talk about the pros of Wikipedia, the cons of Wikipedia, if you look at those two lists, they're very similar. People say, well, what's bad about Wikipedia is that anyone can edit it. And then someone will say, well, what's good about Wikipedia is that anyone can edit it. Of course, that can lead to some criticism. Anyone can change things, but it also makes it very pliable, malleable, can change very quickly. For instance, when Pluto, it used to be a planet, right? And now it's considered a dwarf planet. If you were to pick up Encyclopedia Britannica from 4 years ago, you open that up, obviously you're going to get the wrong information.
Pluto's still a planet.
Yeah, exactly. And now
Wikipedia, it's a dwarf planet.
Exactly.
So who is in charge of this exactly? Who runs this thing?
Well, it's run by the community, the users. They're the people that, at the end of the day, decide what stays on Wikipedia, what goes on Wikipedia. There are administrators that have some higher-level access in Wikipedia, and they can lock out certain entries. If something's very big in the news, recent examples, let's say George W. Bush or Paris Hilton even. If something's very big in the news, it can become the object of vandalism on Wikipedia, and vandalism on Wikipedia is when you go to an entry and you enter in false information or you delete an entry. If something is very big in the news, what you'll find is that the administrators of Wikipedia will lock it out so that temporarily people can't change it.
So let's say I am not a fan of George W. Bush. I could go on to his entry and put in George W. Bush is a war criminal because of what he did in Iraq.
Yeah,
and that would stay up for how long? People would take it down?
Probably seconds. Okay. I mean, that's the power of Wikipedia, is that it can really quickly be changed, can be reverted back to its old version. And again, that is the power of Wikipedia.
So how do you make sure what you're reading is true and not false?
Well, like everything on the internet, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. And Wikipedia is a great starting point for research, but there's no university professor that would ever accept Wikipedia as a source in a paper. You'd likely get an F if you were to do that. So Wikipedia, great starting point, but at the end of the day, you've got to check other sources, whether it be at a library or other websites, to make sure you're getting the right information.
And really quickly, it's anonymous, meaning that there's no way to tell who changed it. Is that something they may want to change in order to make this site more credible?
Well, I don't know if Wikipedia is going to change it, but there are competitors that are coming out. One of them is called citizendium.org or .com, and their goal is to create a Wikipedia-like website, but in order to write on the website, you have to acknowledge who is the writer, who is the author of the article. So I'm sure that's going to happen eventually. Maybe not on Wikipedia, but on another website.
All right. Always interesting, Elias. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to throw things back over to Lori, who's standing by at the weather board. Lori.